What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Dynasty Talk Podcast, and we are here for a live draft podcast episode. So we are going to get live reactions in the moment. We are 7 minutes away till draft time, and this is Noel, or my potent in this league. I can't even think about it at this point. I'm here with FlySociety, LetTheWookieeWin, and Trumpelo Bills. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Brad?
Just here for the vibes.
Well, that's a good intro statement, Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm just excited to finally get these draft picks. This is the last year of my rebuilding. From now on, I either have to be good or I just suck.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I don't
How
think-
many do you have?
I've got 3 first rounders.
That's lucky. Okay.
One of them is luck. 3 is luck for sure. The other 2
Okay.
I worked for. That's to you, Lucas. That's a shot at you.
You got 2
I
in the
think-
second.
Yeah, I've got 211 in the second, but then after that I don't pick again. Oh, I have 306 and then 506.
Well, all this bragging about first-round picks makes me want to brag about all my third-round picks. So let's talk about the third round. Who we like in the third?
I don't know because
Scroll down a little bit.
I've got one shot in the third, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anything.
What kickers are available?
Yeah, aren't you only picking in the 5th round?
Fourth, baby.
Oh, nicely done, Malcolm. That's good for you.
Oh, Frank Gore Jr. is available. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a good pickup, honestly. I figured you'd be taking him probably in the first round with your Elijah Mitchell pick a few years back.
It's possible.
Elijah Mitchell that was a good one.
Well,
At the time, we
5
all
minutes
thought.
away to draft time. Let's go ahead and go around the room real quick with just quick answer. What's the biggest surprise that happens tonight? Malcolm, you start.
Biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise. Yep. Surprise pick of the night.
So I tried to trade Julius for the first overall pick like an hour ago. That was a surprise.
Oh, that's pretty exciting, actually. What did you offer him? You got to hear that.
It was like Justin Jefferson for like 101, 102.
Interesting.
Maybe like a second rounder.
He immediately rejected it and accepted my
Oh,
Demario
yeah.
Davis trade instead.
Yeah, I didn't have the Mario Davis piece I needed to get it over the line.
I like how we both said Demario Davis, but we both meant Demario Douglas. But yeah,
Whatever. Insignificant players don't matter.
I mean he's a 5th round value to my understanding, early 5th. Let's go to Nate. What about you next?
I honestly don't know who I'm picking at 5, so that will be a surprise.
That's funny because every single mock draft I've done, I've had you drafting the same player. So that's funny.
So am
Really?
I. I've done the same thing, and I'm curious to see if that's where it goes. There's like maybe one other place I think you could go, and
yeah, and I don't see him going to that place. And I know we're talking about the same place too, Chris, which is hilarious. So
well, we talked about this like 2 days ago.
we have. But every mock draft I have you drafting the same person. I'm like, oh, maybe this month I'll switch it up for Nate. I'm like, no, he's going that pick. Anyway, Chris, what's your surprise?
My surprise. God, I don't know. I really don't, because I think a lot of it's going to be a surprise. I think we'll
Who are you taking at 3, Chris?
I think we'll have the most. I don't know who's getting taken at 1 and 2, so I can't answer that.
I think we all know who's getting taken at 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think we all know who's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In my opinion, sorry, we just all do. 6 is the
Really?
first up in the air pick. In my opinion.
Nate literally just said I'm picking at 5 and don't know what I'm doing, so I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think we know.
No, yeah, I only think it's the first 3 actually that are pretty clear, and then after that, it can
Yeah,
get a
I
little
mean,
weird.
I'm going to take whichever of those receivers is left, and I think we know which one it is at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
after that, I'll leave the suspense for. I mean, if we start at 10, you'll know pick 4 by probably 10 in 35 seconds. So.
Oh man, I'm
True.
sweating over here.
Yeah, my palms
2
are
minutes.
super moist at this moment.
Oh man. So
I'm
what is the
I'm
craziest
sitting here like
thing you-
thinking to myself, this is the button you press. Press that button. This is the right draft button.
Oh man.
Around round 4, pick 8 or so. If you guys could tell me how to draft, that'd be great.
Wait, Xavier Leggett and Xavier Worthy are different people?
Oh
Uh-oh.
man. Oh.
It's a
Who did I
surprise
scout?
twist. I did see Dalvin Cook's available.
Yeah, you're welcome for that. I mean, I want to give a big shout out to Malcolm to give me him for like 5 weeks of my dynasty career after wanting to get him for like 8 years of my life. Um, he finally got to be a part of my team and do almost nothing. So thanks for that.
Let's see, is everybody on?
Yeah, I mean, I can't even
It
tell.
looks
We have to
like
press
Uh,
start draft date.
Bill's not, and who's your CF champs?
that's
Ricky.
Ricky, and then Fife and Max are not on.
I don't think Fife has a pick.
Max definitely
He.
does.
Yeah,
Max,
he
does he have a first rounder?
yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
Max
He
two.
is
has late
2
first
in a
round.
row.
I
11
just
instead
want
of 1.
There's
the
Bill.
Bills. Yeah, so it's just Fife who I mean he doesn't have a pick for a while, and Max knows what's going on. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah,
And Ricky,
Fife picks at 301, so he doesn't have that long to wait.
I mean, as long as
All
Eric's
right.
on, I think that was the main concern, right? The others,
Nate,
I don't
Nate,
know.
are you starting this draft?
And there's
I can start it.
there's Fife. I
and
mean,
Ricky doesn't have a pick for
yeah,
a while either, right?
everyone's on except Max. So,
Let me
All
text.
right. Text Max, and then we get started.
One year we're gonna start this thing on time.
yeah.
Yeah, let's start it. I'm starting it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
start
Max
that.
doesn't have the first pick, so
Yeah, he picks at 11 next. All right.
There's a
1
minute.
minute.
He's got a
Let's
minute.
go.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
If this pick's not done in 10 seconds, we should just like forfeit it.
he's
What are we doing?
this is exactly what I did last year with Bijan Robinson. This is your moment. Take it. You worked hard for
Yeah.
this.
Did you? You worked hard to suck.
I did. I had to get rid of everybody.
Marvin Harrison is 101.
As expected.
And this draft has officially started.
A. That's my draft grade. A.
Yeah, so far an A draft grade across the board for young cats.
I generally don't really know what he's going to do here. I know what he should do, but
yeah, as somebody that talks to Julius pretty
there
often,
we go. So
Let's keep it moving.
we'll go ahead and do that one. And does anyone have a guess? Does anyone but Lucas have a guess?
I'll say Caleb Williams.
Jonathan Brooks.
No.
Malcolm?
I would be. I want to try to trade out, honestly.
I traded up here.
He traded up.
Here, I'll let you know.
Brock Bowers, 104. So we are Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, Roma Dunzy, and Brock Bowers.
Oh man.
And that leaves Nate, who had no idea who was picking at 5.
That's the player I was worried Nate could take at 5, so that's why I moved from 6 to 4. I thought I probably could have got him at 6, but I was like, I'll be safe.
Yeah, I thought there was a good chance that Nate wanted Brock Bowers as well, based on his team makeup.
I would have taken him.
Yeah, so
well.
the trade feels like it was worth it currently then.
So when I pick Caleb Williams, you guys aren't going to be upset?
No, I have a plan in place in case you do.
Okay.
Oh, that is not right.
Oh.
So that
was So that was what me and Chris both thought was the second most likely.
That was the other one, yeah. And I
You really thought I was going Cleo?
Bill is fucking hating life right now because he was so dead set on taking Brooks at 6. Good call.
And he
I
took.
think that's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good call on his part.
And now here's the other bullet I gotta dodge. But I think with Jalen Hurts, I'm kind of good here.
So the first pick, we've got Marvin Harrison. The second pick, both went into young.
Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman.
Let's stack up old Rome and Caleb for at least, let's say, 5 years, hopefully.
And then Caleb Williams goes to 8.
And now Bill's gonna take Trey Benson, yeah.
Oh, let's see.
And see,
Good
that
stats.
was my
Trey Benson a lot.
Yeah,
that
I
was
do
my
too.
other decision. Like, I might have taken him, honestly.
Yeah, I think Bill getting him at 9 is a fucking awesome pick.
The only problem is I think you're gonna have to wait a year.
Yeah, but I think Bill is in the rebuild. At least I feel like I've been like, hey man, if you're gonna do it, do it. I think that's the right pick personally. That was my next ranked guy, so.
Yeah, it was tough between Brian Thomas and Lavin McConkey. Were not my two that I was hoping were going to follow me. I was going to hope I had Trey Benson.
Yeah, McConkey is the one that I wasn't. I kind of liked.
Oh,
wow. Max with Adonai Mitchell. It's shocking. Good for you, though. I think that's a good pick.
Max went McConkey, Jaden Daniels, Adonai Mitchell.
I like McConkey, man. I think he's good.
I think he's going to have a good year. He's probably going to be. He's just going to be one of those like Jarvis Landry.
Yeah. Puka, maybe not as fast, but yeah.
Yeah, but like he's gonna consistently have 12 catches a game, kind of thing. They might not be for more than 75 yards, but Young Cats is shook, doesn't know what to do. Trey Benson's gone.
Is Eric dropping people right now? See, I didn't even look to it.
Yeah, I think that's a pick. I think he's right.
Ah, son of a bitch. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I was hoping he'd fall to 211, but I knew there's no chance.
Yeah. I would have taken him at 2.5.
Yeah, I thought about trying to move up to try to get to him, but I was like, it's going to cost too much, and I'm just going to ride the Kyron train as long as I can.
Because I feel like you can only make one pick here.
Nah, he can make at least 2, potentially 3, in my mind.
I pick again at 206, so.
Yeah. I'm just talking about 203. That was not my pick.
So it was, I guess one of the 3 was I thought you were going to take a quarterback. I didn't really know which one, though.
Shit, Lucas. You took my quarterback.
Oh, that's funny.
Over Drake May. Okay.
Bill's gonna take Marshawn Lloyd. Damn it! I called it again. Jalen Wright. I've been calling that second round pick for you for a while, just because it makes too much sense.
Yeah, I had to do it.
So 211 here is I hate this pick. I'm not happy. I'm not excited about what's. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm not happy. I don't like it. But right now, I'm kind of liking the way it's fallen to me, though.
Chris, is that the highest the quarterback's been taken, or was it Trevor Lawrence?
I think it was Kyler Murray. Honestly, hold on. Fun fact: I have that stat right here.
Look at that.
Kyler Murray went 103.
Okay.
So other than that, I think that's probably right around where Trevor Lawrence went. He might have went 106 or something. So he's probably the second highest.
Did you go double quarterback?
I sure did.
Interesting.
What?
We are still playing one quarterback, correct?
Yeah, we are. That didn't change.
Okay.
Lucas only had one quarterback.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, he only had Trevor.
My quarterback room is now
Michael
officially.
Penix.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think he's good. I was one of
Did
those. I was
Lucas
thinking
play
about
quarterback
going receiver at 8 and trying to get Penix at 211. Super glad I didn't do that.
Wait, Nate, that was the day I met you out in at that one bar, right? For the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
So this is the most quarterbacks we've had go in the first 19 picks ever. Normally we have like 2 before the 3rd round.
That was kind of reminiscent of our actual draft, the actual draft itself, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Listen, Nate, I don't understand how somebody has
Lucas and I had a discussion the other day about 211, and the funny thing is, like, I'm gonna get somebody out of those group of people.
I did not think Nate was going to take Roman Wilson before those.
No,
other
that's a
options
guy I thought I was gonna be ended up taking at the end of this, but
Nate knows something about Roman Wilson.
I think it's just a Pittsburgh receiver who, I don't know, they're all kind of good.
well, he's
Yeah,
doing what he did last year. The guy who everyone said dominated at the Senior Bowl, Puka, did it last year. He was the one that they said did it this year. That's a tidbit from the fantasy footballers in case you guys want to get better at fantasy football. Listen.
welcome in.
Chris, I don't listen to that podcast at all, and I still had an undefeated season, so I don't know.
You
You
still
need to
have.
listen?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
No, not
her.
you. I'm talking about the rest of our listeners. Damn it.
There we
I'm
go, Max.
I
like Max's
genuinely
draft.
I genuinely cannot believe that this person fell to me.
Whitney Pearsall.
Yeah, I never thought that was going to be one of my receiver options, but like talk about needing someone that's going to help me now. That's probably the only one left that might. I'm assuming one of those guys in San Francisco is going to get traded, but yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I'm actually excited about that.
That's a good pick. I think Max is kind of having the best draft right now.
Oh, Max is having an excellent draft.
McConkey, Daniels, Adonai
He is.
Mitchell, and Xavier.
And
Like,
yeah,
yeah. And he got legged at 210 to go with Bryce Young. Yeah, man, that's a good draft.
I don't understand how he fell to
That's a
210.
good draft.
You don't think he needs running backs at all?
No, he does, but he's probably just going to draft those next year. I don't think his team is going to be good this year. I think he knows that.
No, it's not. It's not.
Ray Davis.
Stacked on receivers.
That
right?
motherfucker. My dad is a real motherfucker.
Ray Davis was going to go on 302, so you had no chance. So
Oh, okay. Well, I feel better.
that makes me feel any better.
It makes me feel a little bit better, but I was hoping I was going to get him at 306. That's son of a bitch. I'm glad Bucky Irving already got took, so I don't have to make that decision because I don't think it's the right decision personally.
I don't really see him doing a lot this year as a Bucks fan.
He's just small. I'm worried. Oh, is Fife even on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Fife on?
Doesn't look like it.
No, so sucks.
Come on.
Okay,
oh,
good pick.
God damn it. That's literally who I had auto, like, ready to go. God damn it.
It's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I agree. All right, well, at least these picks were very easy outside of that.
Yeah.
No issues.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Those are both good third rounders. Oh.
Yes, I was back to back. And then I've got back to back to back at the end of the round. And then I come back and go back to back again at the end of the fourth.
This is the first time I'm picking in my actual spot here shortly.
You're right. I didn't think there was any chance Troy Franklin was going to fall out of the second round.
No, I didn't either, but I didn't think Pearsall was going to get to me. Like, Troy Franklin is
Yeah,
one of the
no,
people I kind of assumed was going to fall to me at 211. I just didn't think that many quarterbacks were going to go in the second, or Bucky Irving, or fucking Ray Davis. God, Rick, that son of a gun.
Would you rather have Leggett or Pearsall?
I don't know. I don't know,
I'm
man.
terrified.
That's good. I've never wanted Malachi Corley anyways. Bill, he took a freaking Hilltopper. It's really sad, is what it is.
Terrified to take Bo Nix. I don't think I need him though.
I don't think you do either.
Dude, don't take Bo Nix. What are you doing?
You should probably take him.
Take Bo Nix? Do you think so?
Yeah, take Bo
Are you,
Nix.
are you gonna ever try to win, or are you just gonna take Bo Nix and just not win?
Are you gonna just take Bo Nix and not win? So I don't pick again until 5:06. So I don't know if this is early or not, depending on what everyone's thinking, but it could be early.
Again, I haven't picked you yet.
It's just the best option I think left since I've added 2 receivers already, 2 that are better than I thought they were gonna be. I'm gonna give this one a go and see what happens.
Ooh. I mean, he's got a lot of buzz right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I do think the other running backs there are good, but they're also injury prone.
Not the bus.
Oh, you know, he's definitely been injured before.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, because I
I think I'll
remember.
just take it.
So the only other person I thought about maybe doing there was McCaffrey, but I just don't know anything about him. I'm just doing it based off of draft capital and name, so I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I don't like. This is like the point of the draft where I don't like anybody else really. There's like 2 people that I'm like, yeah, I hope those people fall to me, but other than that, I don't really like anybody else. And I still need a defense, so I don't know if I'm going to do that or not.
Is this on me? Oh no. Okay, good.
No, it's Eric.
Eric.
Okay, good. I was looking at my phone.
Well, he got a great player out of Jermaine Burton.
Yeah, that could be a pretty
Roll
good
Tide,
pick.
roll.
I thought Fife was going to take him with having Burrow already.
And there goes McCaffrey to Max. That makes sense.
I knew Max would take McCaffrey.
I still can't believe my dad took Ray Davis, that monster. You said you were going to take him at 302, but would you?
Yeah.
You had Troy Franklin. You'd have taken him over Troy Franklin and Jalen Polk. Lucas.
Hold on.
Oh shit! You got 3 picks going on.
Yeah, Lucas is about to go ham. I knew my dad was going to take
Jesus
Estime
Christ.
there too because he wants that backup for Javonte Williams. Damn, I still am shocked by his Ray Davis pick though. That annoys me. I just need to quit talking to him so much. Yeah, take that. I know Rick wants Will Shipley because he's an Eagle. Yeah. He's just heating up the rivalry. No, I get you. Take all the shots on the running backs. See what happens. Yeah, this is the point in the draft where like I might contemplate taking a defense at 506. What you doing, Lucas? Damn, you pick again at 402 too. Jesus Christ. You pick you got 4 out of 5 picks in a row. That's not a bad
You're
pick.
big on this New England offense right now.
I know.
Oh, Braylon Allen. You got him, Lucas? Oh. Tucker Kraft.
I like how Max took Tucker Kraft. Didn't he draft Tucker Kraft and then drop him and then you picked him up? I could be totally wrong about that, but
I'm not gonna lie, man. I really like his draft so far.
yeah, Max has had a great draft. his team's going to be. Well, he more or less did similar to what I did. He traded away a bunch of people and just got a shit ton of picks. And a lot of these guys are going to be good. He has so many of them. Some of them have to be.
Oh, who is that? Is that Tom?
Oh, no. Shit. Lucas had 5 out of 6 picks. That's insane.
Yo, who's taking Michael Penix in the second round?
Welcome to the podcast,
I don't
Tom.
want to hear a damn thing about Anthony Richardson ever again. All right? fucking idiot.
Oh, shit.
Me, please. Anyway, how you guys doing? Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no
Thanks for
problem.
settling, man.
That's a great intro, though.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been waiting to say that.
Is that Billy? That bastard. I like Devontae Walker.
Oh, is it on me?
Yeah.
Bo Nix is available again? Jeez.
Yeah, Bo Nix is still there for you. Do you want to win
Yeah,
a
we can
championship? Do you want a championship now or later?
Bo Nix in the fourth, Michael Penix in the second. Who you guys want?
Neither.
My goodness.
What's going on? All right, I'm back.
Oh, hey, Lucas. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you just picked like 8 times, so.
Well, I had to pick while I was on a call with work too. That was difficult. So
Nicely done.
I do like
that was really-
I like the rice bit.
Thank you. Yeah. What's up, Tom?
Yeah, sorry. I can't work speaker. I'm driving right now. I'm almost home, so sorry if I'm cutting y'all off. I just want to be included.
No, you're good. I didn't expect to see somebody back in the room when I popped back in. That's just, yeah, dude. The Brendan Rice pick is just based off of sleeper hype already.
Yeah.
Everybody's picking him up right now because he's Jerry Rice's son.
That dude could legit be Amon-Ra St. Brown this year. Like, who is it? Quentin Johnson? Lad McConkey? You know, this kid's got a chip on his shoulder. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah. Take a chance.
What is Eric doing now? Is he going to let... Oh.
I don't really want to pick here. Like, can I abstain?
I thought you didn't have any picks.
Take Dalvin Cook. Get him back on your roster, Malcolm.
I literally thought about it for a while. I don't.
No, I'm with you. I'm at the point of where like I don't want anybody. Like I'm 100% probably gonna pick a defense with my last pick, just because I don't want any of these people.
Yeah, do you have to receive somebody in a trade? I was trying to give away 2 fifth-rounders this year. I don't know how I got stuck with a bonus 5th-rounder. Ridiculous.
Yeah, like flat out, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick a defense. That's so odd to me.
I kept 2 defenses. I don't fucking care about this shit.
Oh, you're picking a defense?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have 2 defenses already.
No, I'm saying at this point, I don't know what else to do. I don't. Like, there's nobody. I know no one's gonna be there by 5:06. That is interesting to me.
Wow, DJ Shark was actually available.
Didn't know that, but
Oh, wow.
I did not know that. Probably should have checked past the rookies.
Yeah, I was really trying to sell that there was nobody left that I wanted to pick at all, but they ruined it.
I'm surprised
Hi,
Mac
Mark.
took Tucker Kraft with a 4th-round pick when I offered Tucker Kraft to him yesterday for a 5th.
Yeah,
like the first pick in the 4th round, man.
That's a great piece of information to have. Johnny
Ooh,
Wilson.
Johnny
you're really
Nice.
you're really into the 5th round, huh, Lucas?
I know what Lucas is about to do. I know what Lucas is about to do.
In the 5th round.
There he is. I knew it was happening. I knew he was doing it. As soon as I saw you trade Douglas for the 502, I was like, I guarantee.
Wait, Lucas, you didn't have the war chant music lined up for that pick?
So
let's
just point out Lucas has like 9 picks. 3 of them were quarterbacks.
Yep. Again, didn't have any quarterbacks besides Trevor Lawrence until this draft started. So
that's fair.
He went to the Atlanta Falcons School of Drafting.
All I had was
Look.
Tua and Russell Wilson. I didn't draft
Well,
4 quarterbacks.
I used 203 and 206 for my quarterbacks. Malcolm wants like an early first for Jordan Love, so I had no choice. I had to go in there and use my
No,
second
dude,
round.
we talked about this at Duffy's. Like, Chris offered a better package than what you offered. You offered nothing.
I don't know what
Yeah,
nothing means. Well, I guess we'll just move on and disagree. Chicago Bears. I guess it's probably going to be a solid this year.
Theo, huh?
I'm trying to trick you. Maybe I don't want a defense, Nate.
Maybe you
I
don't.
still have no running backs.
I don't really want a defense. I think
I don't either. I'm going to wait until right before the season starts to get a defense.
I think I'm
the
going to
Bucks are just sitting right there, man.
I know they are.
Just
Mm.
Show some loyalty, Chris.
There's other defenses I'd rather have. Oh, man. That's actually not a horrible pick. So I could do what my dad does, and I could pick up the person I literally just dropped yesterday. Could do that. But yeah, I've had them for plenty of years. Let's just add them back. I love how it yells at me when I pick a defense.
I know,
too.
right?
What the?
All right, sweet. My draft is complete.
Mine is as well.
I'm pumped about the Ricky Pearsall at 211. That was a shock. I'm still mad about my dad taking Ray Davis, but I'll take the Kamani Vidal and see how that goes. Maybe I'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off I wasn't able to get the Senator at 302 there. But due to a CPU auto pick of Bill Sinnett.
The only auto draft pick?
Yeah. I think it was the only one of the entire draft until like the 4th.
Yep.
What if he auto picked that though, or had it was draft board?
And there goes Mechie immediately after.
Ooh. I knew that hurt you to have to cut Mechie.
It did. It did.
That'd be like me cutting Jonathan Mingo in a few weeks.
But I took him at like 204. I think I took him at 204. But
you can't drop Jonathan Mingo. He was worth the 104 last year. I'm pretty sure.
I know.
No, it was the 103. He was worth Rome Odunze. That's what he was worth.
He's basically JSN. So hold on.
He was JJ McCarthy for Rome Odunze. That's what he was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jonathan Mingo and Drake May for Rome Odunze. That's what it was.
Correct.
Which makes it sound a little bit better.
That's insane. Good job, Crack. That was a great trade.
Thank you.
It was a massive risk on my part. It failed.
It was dumb. Can we just admit it was dumb? It was fucking R. Kelly trade rate if I've ever fucking seen it. Bill Cosby is clapping in jail right now because he saw that trade.
It reminds me a lot of Lesargine.
Some of us have the cojones to make the trade that are necessary to win this league, you know?
Fucking P. Diddy is like, dude, he gets away with rape, but I can't get away with that. What the fuck?
I didn't even offer that trade, man. I just accepted it.
Tom.
Pick.
Tom doesn't care anymore.
He was in the elevator going up to his apartment, I bet you.
I mean, I kind of do like no Fanta.
And there goes Max with Dalvin.
Oh, not Dalvin.
Aiden O'Connell.
Not mad at it.
Oh, he had that stored and ready.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, Noah Fant has been on so many of our teams.
And he picks Hendon back up. And he picks him back up. He's got to have Jared Goff's backup. It's necessary.
Damn, that changed everything.
Well, that was fun.
The teams are set already. Sleeper moves fast.
Oh, I'm one player over the roster limit. That's not true.
Yeah, I've got an IR spot that I should be able to use.
Pretty sure I'm cutting my rookie right now.
Oh no, wait, I am one over because I had 6 picks. Yeah, that makes sense.
We don't have to cut this down until the season starts, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you cannot set a lineup until you drop the players that you need to drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So that means some of these fellas are on a short leash.
What I will say is that now that we're drafting early, before training camp and all that shit, once people start hearing who the good players are there, it's gonna be interesting to see who picks up who.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, because like
Oh,
the John Mechie cut like that was between that and Trey Palmer for me. I was like, Trey Palmer's gonna have way more playing time than John Mechie, so it's like, but I didn't want to do it. It's okay, he'll get cut, and I'll pick him back up. Don't worry.
Ricky picked up Jared Wiley. Go get the Eagles defense.
My dad 100% is gonna take that defense.
I know. Man, I have to drop Kadarius Toney. I have to.
It's strange to me.
You don't want him.
I think it's dumb how it won't even let me rotate my roster around now. It's like we're not playing a game, so why does it matter? But yeah, eventually one of these people is going to get hurt, and I can put them in IR. Like, I know TJ Hawkinson's not starting the year, so.
So who won the draft?
Let's actually, I'm going to go back and actually look at it now.
I think you have to go Julius, man. He had the 2 best players.
Yeah, that's true.
He did.
It's not that complicated to me.
I mean, his second round pick was Blake Corum, so it depends on how you feel about Blake Corum, really.
Yeah,
I like Blake Corum too.
Yeah, so Blake Corum, Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and the Chicago Bears defense. That was his draft.
It definitely gets him to where he probably wants to be competitive with his wide receivers getting better now.
See, in Max, let's see. Max had Jaden Daniels, Dalvin Cook, Lad McConkey, Adonai Mitchell, Xavier Legette, Tucker Kraft, Luke McCaffrey, and the Titans defense.
I like his draft.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Max had great spots fall to him, which allowed him to have a draft.
Let's see. Lucas's draft: J.J. McCarthy, Will Shipley, Braylon Allen, Brian Thomas, Troy Franklin, Jalen Polk, Javon Baker, Malik Washington, Drake May, Brendan Rice, Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis.
That's just so many fucking picks.
Yeah, it's a lot of players.
Oh man,
It's a lot of
Jordan Travis.
So Bill's draft was Bo Nix, Trey Benson, Marshawn Lloyd, Xavier Worthy, Malachi Corley, Devontae Walker, and Theo Johnson. Actually, it's a pretty good draft too.
Yeah, it's all good. I really thought I was going to get Trey Benson in that draft for like a split second.
Let's see. So Nate added Spencer Rattler, Jonathan Brooks, Jalen Wright, Roman Wilson, Jatavian Sanders, and Tyrone Tracy.
Do you guys remember how Max would draft going crazy in the first round, and then we'd be like, oh shit, that guy's really good.
Yeah, no, Max has done that to us on more than one occasion.
That's how I feel about Nate now. I'm just like, Nate will pick somebody. I'm like, what the fuck? Who could have known? What? So this guy's just like a top receiver now? Okay, cool.
Someone I picked will turn into a top 10 receiver. Yeah.
It happens.
Who's that player this year, Nate? Go ahead and say it out loud. Who's the Puka Nacua? You've already drafted them.
Yeah, I mean, the only one that I have, Roman Wilson.
So Roman Wilson is the Puka Nacua?
Nate, you took Roman Wilson over Ricky Pearsall. I saw that.
Yeah.
He took him over Xavier Legette, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that one, but the Ricky Pearsall one was interesting. Because I don't know if Debo and Ayuk can make it through till the start of the season, you know?
Yeah, especially with that contract for McCaffrey.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers do nothing but churn out receivers. Like, I get it. But I just thought it was interesting.
I had Roman Wilson behind Pearsall by like 3 players, so I was looking at Pearsall at 206, but I chose against it. I guess I was between him and Drake May.
Let's see what else. So Eric drafted Michael Penix, Bucky Irving, Keon Coleman, Jermaine Burton, Jalen McMillan, and John Mechie. That monster.
I mean, everything besides the John Mechie picks, I think were all pretty competent picks.
Yeah.
That was indeed. No, dude. No.
He reached for Penix. He reached for Penix though.
And then Ricky
And
had
Bucky Irving.
real quickly.
Yeah,
Ricky had no picks, so we'll move on from Ricky and go back to Eric.
But he just picked up 2 people in free agency.
He did.
Oh, did he get out? I'm not paying attention.
Yeah. So
and
yeah.
Tom dropped 2 people that he picked up already.
I dropped both the people I just drafted.
Oh, is it an actual not players that you wanted to draft? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, all I had was 2 5th-rounders, and I was driving, so I dropped both of them. I have Jonathan Taylor and Evan Noel. I picked up Trey Sermon just to kind of lock down Indy's backfield. So.
Damn, there's a lot of good drops here. Miles Sanders.
Damn, really?
Former 1st-round pick, Miles Sanders.
I know. Goodness. Rip.
Nobody drafted Dylan Lobb. That's crazy.
Yeah, Eric did.
No, he just picked up for free.
Oh yeah.
So many drops.
Yeah, I need a tight end.
Can I offer you a Greg Dulcich?
Yeah, that's not gonna fly, bro. I'm gonna pass.
I have
gotta say it.
target for the Cowboys.
I had Isaiah Likely and
offers me Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, Lucas, come talk. I got tight ends.
I mean, I feel like you're gonna charge way too much. Let's see.
I'm not giving away players, but I'm just saying I got tight ends.
You're gonna be like, this tight end is like gonna be the greatest tight end.
You want to like I went to Rainbow Elementary with you discount, and that's not happening.
You're trying to get the Jonathan Mingo deal, and you're not going to get it.
I mean, if you're talking about Travis Kelce, we could have talked a long time ago, but I think you want a lot for Travis Kelce.
I play Lucas week 1.
Schedule came out too?
Yeah.
Let's get that talk. What are we doing here?
So I get to start out 1-0. That's good.
Nate, you should go, or not Nate, Chris, you should definitely go ahead and trade me Hawkinson, though.
No, remember, I traded up your pick to take Hawkinson like 4 years ago. So no.
I remember. I dropped back and took Debo, and you took Hawkinson.
Ooh, Kyle Pitts is on the trade block. Although I've tried to trade for him. Doesn't work.
Yeah, I've tried so many times.
Did we get a fresh set of picks for
we did.
Yeah.
UFC GCF? Wonder how fast those leave his team. You think I'm not in his inbox already? You're fucking wrong.
I think we all know you're in his inbox already.
I don't even know who just said that, but I'm probably heading for your inbox next. Heads up.
Yeah, like I got the Julius today when he put all those trades up on the trade block. I also get the Young Cats is interested in Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm like, yeah, no shit you are. Like everybody is.
Do we change the schedule like we have in the past, or do we just leave it?
Oh yeah, good call. You always change it, Nate. I forget.
Yeah, so usually it's because it's.
Yeah, it's the same schedule every year. Sleeper does the same schedule every year.
Well, I know the old one was like that. I don't. Yeah, but I think theirs is the same
I don't
way
think
too.
this is the same schedule, though.
Yeah,
Well,
we can just look.
They might have changed their algorithm.
Yeah.
But either way, we need to probably change it.
No, yeah, I played Malcolm week 1 last year.
Okay, I guess we're good then.
I mean, I don't know if that means we're good, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
Well, no, I played Bill week 1 this year, so
yeah,
good to me.
It's definitely different from last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, Michael Thomas got drafted, and your only draft pick, Malcolm. What are you doing?
I'll take a look at it and see if it needs to be changed.
Chaos over here in FlySociety, Bill.
Michael Thomas just got dropped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Rip.
Michael Thomas.
Is it that interesting, though?
You know what, man? I don't think that dude's heart is in the game anymore. Like, it's not even just washed up. I don't think he loves football. I think Slant Boy got paid, and that was it. That was it.
I love how Chase Claypool just got added.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I tried to trade him Cleo Shakir, too.
Chase Claypool is the Buffalo Bills wide receiver 1, if you're on Twitter. He's this year's John Ross.
Talk about a terrible draft pick that was, too. He was like 110, I think, in that year.
Well, he had a good season that first season.
So his first season, yeah, he
didn't
even really.
10 touchdowns.
John Ross?
Oh no, I'm talking about Chase Claypool.
Oh no, John Ross. Yeah, John Ross was terrible.
Yeah.
He was 109 actually in our first rookie draft.
Great job, Nate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I took him.
No, John Ross?
I didn't take him?
Nate took Ruggs.
Yeah, John Ross was Will. That was Will's only rookie draft.
Nate took Ruggs, that's right.
Yeah, he took the other guy who was fast and didn't do anything.
Wasn't that the same year Jefferson and Lamb came out? That's a bunch of landmines in one draft.
Yeah.
No, that was the McCaffrey Dalvin Cook year, right?
Oh, was it?
Henry Ruggs, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
No.
So here, I can tell you the draft class of that. So it was Clyde Edwards-Helaire, CeeDee Lamb, Jonathan Taylor, Cam Akers, Justin Jefferson, then
J.K. Dobbins.
A.J. Brown went that year in our league. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift, Jerry Jeudy, Antonio Gibson, and then Zach Moss.
Jeez.
I tried so hard to trade up to get CEH that year, and I had to settle for Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Tough times.
I tried so hard, and you guys, Tom sends me bullshit offers. Okay.
That would have been a bullshit offer for you. Oh,
hey, none of us had the 101.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I traded up to get 101 and then drafted Leonard Fournette. Malcolm came in and drafted Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, the very next 2 picks.
You also took Corey Davis that year, too, Lucas.
At 105, yeah.
And then right after that at 107, I slid in and took Kareem Hunt. Which was awesome for 2 years, and then it fell off the cliff so fast.
Yeah, no, that was a great pick because you at least had high-end value. Like, you had options to do things with Kareem Hunt. Like, these other guys you just listed, you were budging the jump.
I got James Cook and like 4 other picks out of Kareem Hunt 2 years later after he kicked the girl in the face for some reason. I'm just like, why am I getting so much value? But yes, except that trade was in my box for like 15 seconds. I was like, what the? Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with my draft. Especially the fact that I got Ricky Pearsall. That was not expected at all.
Dude,
Makes me less upset I didn't get Ray Davis, and
Are you sure, man? Because you brought up fucking Ray Davis a lot in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was real mad about it. I now that I've settled down, I'm a little less upset. Mostly because I'm like, damn, I can't believe I got Ricky Pearsall. But yeah, I'm interested to see what the Vidal kid does in LA.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to trade Ferguson for a second. Ricky Pearsall is who I wanted. He's either going to sit on your bench for a while, or he's going to be a dude. You know.
Yeah, I think he's got a chance to be useful right away because somebody's going to be shipped out of there by mid-season, I would assume.
Yeah, I agree. You're right. The contracts are out of control.
Yeah.
And fucking Brock Purdy still has a roommate in a 2-bedroom apartment. They're going to do right by him at some point.
Yeah. And, I mean, Ricky Pearsall's going to live in the area that I think Brock Purdy likes to throw the football, so.
Well, that's like the Ayuk. That's where Ayuk and Debo and fucking Kittle live there.
Yeah, I mean that's where that offense lives. But like so I'm saying, I think he's good at those things, so I don't think he'll fit in when one of them goes. Or if someone gets hurt, yeah.
Nate, you took Jonathan Brooks. That's who I wanted. I was trying to trade in the first for him. I wish nothing but the best for you. But you took Jalen Wright as the Devon A-Chain manager. Was this just insurance? Do you think he has standalone value? What's going on there?
It's definitely insurance, and I lock up the future of that team in the backfield.
Yeah.
Why would I not?
So do you think you're a team that's competing to try to win right now, or are you still trying to fix the team? Because your team's pretty damn close to being a team that can compete right now. Like, I don't see why it can't.
Here's the problem, though.
Upgrades in running back, but yeah, I can compete.
Well,
yeah, that's what I mean.
Chris, how many teams do you think are competing right now?
Competing for
look
what?
At the 12 teams.
Like win-win?
I think there's 8.
Who could win a championship right now? Out of the 12 teams.
I'd have to go through and look at everyone's roster, but
because
I'm assuming there's you and Tom, probably my dad and what's his name? I can't think of Fife right now. So there's at least 4, and then Nate and I think are the 2 challengers that we're going to see if we are in that category or not yet.
But I think challenger means competitor. Like
Correct.
I think you are competing.
Yeah. Because if things go right at the end of the year for me, then I've got a shot. So does Nate. But
yeah, I agree.
I can make an argument for 9 of the teams.
For how many? None?
9. If shit just fell right, I can make an argument for 9 teams.
Yeah, I don't really see past 6.
I will say I was very impressed with this league and where it's got, because by like week 6 or week 7, it seems like everybody knew I'm either in or I'm not.
Yeah.
And trades were happening, and even like this offseason, you couldn't trade with somebody who had the D1 through 5. Like these people had a plan, they stuck to it, and it's just been great. That's honestly what you want. You want people to go all in when they're competing, and you want people to go all out when they're not. And it's just this very nice balance that it made me feel proud to be a part of this league, that everyone's IQ and fantasy is well played. Well played.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It's come a long way from where we were, because this is what, season 9?
Yep, season 9.
Yeah.
Crazy. We're going to be a fucking decade.
Especially if you go back and look at some of the, because I was telling Lucas the other day, I went back and have looked at like some of the other seasons, like the first round, like the picks we've made, and just like for example, the second year, this is my favorite one. It went Saquon Barkley, Rashad Penny, Kerryon Johnson, Ronald Jones, Royce Freeman, Calvin Ridley, Sony Michel, Michael Gallup, DJ Moore, Corey Clement, Darius Geis, and then Cortland Sutton. Like, that's an awful first round.
That's terrible.
You know,
can I tell you the offers I was sending people for Sony Michel that rookie year? I was trading the world for Sony Michel that year. What a wild time.
How many drafts, if you went back and look, how many drafts are kind of similar to that? Where like,
the first one is a unicorn because it's got Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, Christian McCaffrey, and like it's got a couple really good players in it. But then like the next year, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery's been good, Kyler Murray, T.J. Hawkinson, D.K. Metcalf, Deebo Samuel. That's a good first round.
Yep, that was also the N'Keal Harry year, and he went 101 a lot of leagues.
Well, and Devin Singletary went that year, Darrell Henderson went that, Chris Thompson went that year, Marquise Brown was that year. But like, there's some awful ones, but most of those I think are pretty good.
I think Jalen Waddle was that year.
No, that was.
No, I thought he was the Marquise Brown year. No.
No, that was Josh Jacobs year.
That was 2 years later.
He was the Rashad Bateman year.
Yeah, so then after that we had Clyde, but then you got CD, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown. Like, those are fairly good top end. I mean, DeAndre Swift hasn't been bad. Like, Dobbins, Ruggs, Judy, like, those ones are whatever. But at the time, most of those people looked like they had opportunity.
But those were great picks. But if you look at the picks in between them, one of our guys took Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. Like, there were still landmines throughout the draft.
Oh yeah, there's always landmines.
Correct. But that goes a long way to show that a bird in the hand is worth two in a bush. And like these draft picks, they hold their value. But like I just traded. When you say how is Miss Cleo going to fuck up this year? Let me correct myself. Well, I traded for Rashad White. That's probably I either fucked up or I took the bird in the hand, and it's either no in between. And I either avoided a landmine and got steady production, or I gave up Trey Benson, who's going to be the lead RB for Arizona by week 5. You know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you because and Trey Benson might not do anything this year if James Conner, for whatever reasons, happens to stay healthy. But I think Trey Benson's going to be awesome whenever he gets his opportunity.
I believe so as well. Yeah. But I made this trade because, like we said earlier, how far this league's come, I'm competing now. I want Rashad White getting 6 passes a game from Baker Mayfield. Like, I gave up upside to stay at my current level, and it's just it's this great balance that we found in this league. I'm truly happy.
I feel like that's kind of the way Malcolm's handled his team. He trades away the draft picks for people he knows are good now, and that's how you stayed relevant for all 9 seasons. And why I had my 4 or 5 years at the beginning, and now I've been taking my fucking lumps trying to rebuild the last 2 or 3 years. Like, it just, you and I have done it totally different. To me, the idea of let's burn it to the ground and start over just sounded like a lot of fun.
It does sound like a lot of fun.
I've gotten really, really lucky. Like, Lucas and I were talking about this the other day. Like, it was Amon-Ra in the 3rd round the year before I started the rebuild was really like the piece that if I didn't have that, like, it probably wouldn't have worked. But it feels like it's working, and it's just I got to wait and see now.
Going into this draft, when I looked at your team, because of the draft capital you had and the assets you already had, I thought this guy fucks. This guy fucks for 5 years.
That was the hope, to have 2 or 3 down years and then be back to giving Malcolm a quality rival.
But I think you did it perfectly.
But I'm ending my run. That's the problem, is ending my run.
But you did it perfectly, man. You did it perfectly.
But yeah, I'm assuming Malcolm's going to find a way to stay relevant for longer, unfortunately.
This is my so be candid. This is my my gap year. Hopefully, if everything goes right, whatever. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to fall off, but I don't know if I don't think I'm the number 1 team anymore. And
you're a far stretch from the 16-0 team.
Yeah. But I still think if things break right, I can still win this year. Like, I still won last year, man. I don't know how. It's like, props to your dad, but there's no way he should have fucking beat me in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he did.
No, of course. But that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I feel like I kind of should have won the last 2 years, to be honest, man. I just didn't.
Well, like the 2 years I lost, I thought I should have won, and I don't think I should have won the 2 years I did, but I did.
Same.
Yeah, I think I should have went 1-1 in my two. I should have lost the second year.
Yeah, I realistically probably should have been 0-3 in mine, but I somehow ended up 2-1. Then Nate, it's been so long for you.
I know.
It's been since year one.
I think was it last year was the first year I didn't make the playoffs, or was it the last 2 years?
I think it was the last 2 years. I think the last 2. Yeah, I think you and I are on the same boat. We both didn't make it the last 2 years, but we made it every year before that. I was so close to making it this year too. If I beat my dad in that last game, the last week of the season, I would have got in, and I would have actually won all of those games too. But that's besides the point.
So hey, guys, speaking of making it in the playoffs, Nate, you didn't make it in. When do you personally decide it's time to rebuild? When do you guys hit that point?
Like when I hit mine, it was I made it to the championship game 3 years, and then I lost in the semis the fourth, and I felt like Derrick Henry was getting close to the end, and Tyreek Hill was close to the end, and those are like my main pieces, and I was like, I have to capitalize as much value as I can. So that was like, all right, well then we're going to burn the whole thing down.
I think it's got to be when you're not gonna, when you realize you can't, like when you don't have a realistic chance of even.
I mean, I realistically could have made moves and still competed. If I still had Tyreek Hill and Derrick Henry, I would have still been in the playoffs those years, but I don't know if my team would have been good enough to win ever.
Yeah, but you won championships, man. You're not in it to, make the playoffs. You're trying to win. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, because I already had the two, it made it very easy to just be like, no, fuck this. We'll burn it down. I've got my trophies. I'll try something else. But
Tom, you're not gonna try to just make the play. You're gonna fucking try to win it, obviously. So like,
my team's young enough, but I'm just curious, like, what is the philosophy behind it? Is it my team is old, this person is at its peak value, and I've got multiple of that? Like, when do you pull the trigger? Like, let's say you're the Dallas Cowboys of fantasy, and it pains me to say that because I'm a Cowboys fan, where you're just good enough to make the playoffs. You get round one, you get fucking bounced, it keeps happening. When do you pull the trigger and say, I don't have enough upside? I'm not beating Nate. I'm not beating Malcolm. I'm not beating these guys. When do you pull that trigger, and what is the deciding factor?
Yeah, I would assume it's probably different for every team, but like, yeah, for me it was age and peak value. I was like, I feel like if I waited too long, I wouldn't be able to rebuild. To me, I felt like my window was super small because of the age and the value of the player. So I was like, I have to do it now, or I'm probably not going to be able to do it the way I want to do it. Anyways.
So when it comes to age, what do you prioritize, the future or the heat of competition in the moment? Like, let's say we got this one team, and forgive me, I'm so bad with everyone's names. We got Derrick Henry, Stephon Diggs, a bunch of old guys, and even the father of one of you, I don't know his name, it's UCF. His team is so old, and I pleaded with him last year. Or pleaded with him. I tried to convince him to trade with me because your team's getting old, man, and he is going to die on the cliff if I'm going to compete. And I told him he was wrong. I told him he was dumb. I said you need to rebuild and take your value, and I think he went 12-4. Like, when do you decide?
So wait, was that Rick or was that Ricky?
It was dad. It's somebody's dad. It's UCF, whatever.
So that's Chris's dad.
So my dad is not UCF, whatever. He's my Balzac Ertz.
Okay, I'm talking about it's the team with Cooper Kupp. So because when I was trying to
that's Ricky. Ricky is someone's dad. He's just not our dad.
Right. Okay. So I kept
he is right.
You have so many players over 30 trade with me. Like, I was offering a first for Cooper Kupp in the preseason, and he was like, no, I'm going to compete. And I looked at his roster, and it was Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, Adam Thielen, all these 30, 32-year-old players. And I'm like, you're dumb for not trading with me. And this guy fucking was second in points. So, like, I guess I'm asking is, when do you feel confident pulling that trigger, I guess?
I don't really know. I think, like, it's hard. Because if you just believe your players are that good, you don't want to get rid of them. But yeah, at some point you just kind of have to look at the numbers and be like, this isn't going to work.
I think from Ricky's point of view, like he's never going to care about drafting young players. Like he's always going to try to stay relevant and drop, a couple years back and get star players that aren't super young. Let's put it that way. That's why his team is full of Joe Mixons and Alvin Kamara's and Cooper Kupps and so on and so forth, Keenan Allen's. So, I mean, I don't know what his trigger is, but I think he needs to do it pretty soon.
I do too, because when I look at his team, I think it's the most volatile team in the league. It's either going to score 180 every week, or by week 8 you're starting guys we've never heard of.
Well, and he has no draft picks either.
That's why. That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point? Because do you think he could get a first rounder for next year for Joe Mixon, for Alvin Kamara? Could he get a second for Aaron? Could he start the rebuild right now, or do you think he could compete right now? And if so, which did you prioritize? What would you prioritize?
Yes. So, like, go ahead.
I was going to say one more thing. I was going to say that he tried to do that with Dameon Pierce, and it backfired completely.
Completely agree.
Well, that trade was just bullshit, like bonanza.
But Ricky can just wait until the season starts and see how he's doing, and then kind of make that decision then too, which is what everybody does. So.
Yeah, I'm around week 6. I'm heavily assessing my team and being like, is it going to happen or isn't it? And then I'm making the move right then. Like that's how if I'm him, that's how I'm looking at this year. It's like I'm either in it or I got to get the hell out.
I agree, and I think by week last year he was probably 5-1 or 4-2. Like his team started strong.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then you're in it. You kind of
at that point you have to stay in it.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think that's a great answer.
Yeah, for everyone else, I don't really know what the thing is because I think there's a handful of teams in our league that
I think it's also like
reset, but they won't.
Like if let's say Bill started 4-2, 5-1, that's a totally different scenario because his team, like, he just hasn't been in the mix for a little bit. So
yeah, to me that team, I feel like if you start the season 4-2 with his team, you're not as confident that they can finish out the season as Ricky probably is because that team hasn't proven it can do that. But like you're saying, that team could get hot and be all right. I mean, he has traded away some of the pieces, but I mean, there's still decent pieces to that team.
Agreed.
And he just added a handful more. I know he's so mad he didn't get Jonathan Brooks, Nate. He's so mad. We've been talking about it like at work for the past week and a half. Like, what's gonna happen? I'm like, I've told him so many times. I'm like, I'm almost like 100% convinced. So like, if I'm Nate, I don't understand how you don't take Xavier McKinney or Xavier Worthy. And I'm just like, there's no way he's not taking him. I was like, you're probably gonna get Jonathan Brooks at 6, and then you take him at 5.
Can I tell you, as someone who drafted Mecole Hardman, as someone who drafted Sky Moore, they don't fucking throw to the receivers. And I don't care if they're going to hit Travis Kelce's snaps. If it's not when they throw to a receiver, it'll be because Seattle starts the year 2-7 and they trade DK Metcalf to Kansas. Like, that's how it's going to happen. They're just not going to do it. That's just not their game. Their defense was so good. They could just put Travis Kelce in the red zone. Rashee Rice was finding space. Like, they just don't do it. It's just, it's fool's gold.
It's a winning
anyway,
team
Marcus
trade. But what if it isn't one time? What if one of them works? You know what I mean? That's what you hope for, though. That's the risk. But yeah, because one of these times we're gonna be wrong, and someone's gonna be like, "Holy shit, that guy's good."
Like Tyreek Hill.
Exactly. Or I mean, Rashee Rice was kind of that, but like at this point, I don't want to touch Rashee Rice. No one knows what's going on with that. So,
bro needs to get out of Dallas. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but like he seemed like, oh man, maybe this guy's going to be the answer to that problem, but it's just another problem.
Yo, Malcolm, as a UCF fan, how good is Javon Baker?
he's not one of the best UCF receivers that has come out. Gabe Davis is a much better receiver than him.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that he can't pop in the NFL, but he's not one of the talented UCF receivers that has come out in a while.
I mean, we were all saying nice things about Ricky Pearsall, but what Florida receivers have been good?
Yeah, not many. Happy to say, not many. There's been a lot of Florida State receivers for that matter, but
yeah, I mean, other than Emmett, there hasn't been a lot of offensive players from Florida that have been really successful, anyways.
Percy Harvin was good.
Yeah, Percy Harvin had a couple years. Well, Rex Grossman did lead a team to a Super Bowl. We can't forget that.
Tim Tebow
in the playoff, so
yeah,
pretty epic walk-off touchdown. Just saying.
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh,
he's a good one.
Yeah. They try to distance themselves from him though.
Dude, he was so good.
He was so good. Why are all the good ones crazy?
I will keep sending some trades for some tight ends tonight, but I'm going to crash here pretty shortly. Tom, I've sent you some trades for Jake Ferguson, and we're gonna get that ironed out, I think.
All right. Problem with Jake Ferguson is I wanted to sell him pre-draft for a discount, but I'm not willing to sell him discount now because his value could only go up. As of right now, he's number 2 option in Dallas, and he can score 2 touchdowns a week. I got no incentive to sell him right now, you know?
Yeah, your incentive is that you've got three starting tight ends, and you're going to try to trade them. So, you don't have a lot of people you can trade them to, so I think you should probably go ahead and get that trade with me now.
So you just said I got 3 starting caliber tight ends, which means I would only be willing to trade them for another starter. So if it's like a future pick or something, it doesn't behoove me to trade him because his value could only go up. His value's not going to go down. I couldn't get a second or a third for him this year. It's not going to go down.
The best I can do for you is Michael Wilson.
And if you made me that trade off of last year, I was big in on Michael Wilson. I was big in on him. But, yeah, we'll see. I think I just got to hold and trade after a couple hot starts, you know, and see what goes on there.
I'm sure that will probably work out perfectly, actually.
Number two option in a high-powered offense that don't know who their running back is. It could work out.
It's Ezekiel Elliott, my starting running back.
What year is it?
8, 7.
2024.
The first pick FlySociety ever made. Ezekiel Elliott, number 4 overall.
Who was your first pick, Lucas?
Was it Julio Jones?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
That wasn't the same year. Julio was.
No, this was our startup draft, whenever that was.
Oh,
startup.
Just Ezekiel Elliott was our startup draft rookie. He was a rookie
that year. Yeah.
That's probably a great pick.
Yeah, it was a fantastic pick.
It was Antonio Brown was my first pick.
That's right.
Great pick.
Yeah.
I took DeAndre Hopkins.
That's great.
How are you looking that up?
I just remember who I picked.
Yeah.
I've looked it up. You can go back to My Fantasy League and find it.
Yeah, I went through and looked up a bunch of fucking old stats on that shit the other day. Like I was telling Lucas, yeah, that's true.
The Dynasty Archives.
I broke down all the trades and shit that I made during my rebuild, and I was like, I didn't realize how much turnover I had to go through. I told him, I was like, I traded away 13 players, got 3 back. I traded away 19 picks and got 23 back in all of the fucking trading. It's insane.
Yeah.
But that's a fucking churning over a roster.
Also, no one talked about it. How did y'all feel about the Brock Bowers at 104?
I felt great. That's why I took him there.
Yeah. Well, who are your other tight ends? I mean, so what was your? I don't know.
So here's my thing. Like at least a lot of the picks that I've done before, there's certain times I'll watch players and I'm just like, that I want that person on my team for whatever reason, and I've thought that about him for like 4 years, and like he's always been a part of a piece that I wanted to add to this team, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just do it. But like I've got TJ Hawkinson and I've added K Dotton just for a little bit of extra health. But yeah, I don't feel great about my depth and like my flex position, so the hope is that I can run those two tight ends probably next year.
I get it, man. I Kyle Pitts over Jamar Chase, and I feel like a stud for doing it. So
yeah, see, I just got lucky that I was able to pick at 3-2 and get a Dunze, so I didn't. I could take Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts. I didn't have to. I didn't have to choose.
So you're 100% right on that. Just I feel like first round tight ends, man, they just don't pan out. They're not worth it. I feel like the strategy for tight ends is don't draft them as rookies. Trade draft picks for them.
Yeah,
right? Like,
no, I agree.
Would you have agreed that last year a first round pick was worth Dalton Kincaid when you possibly could have had Devon Achane or whoever went around there, and you could have just traded a future first rounder for
Trey McBride like you did?
Yeah, 100%. I traded Austin Eckler in the second for Trey McBride.
Oh, okay. Which is But yeah, like my thought is I've got Hawkinson, so I don't need Bowers to be a stud right now.
You do though, because Hawkinson may have to go back to week 10.
Yeah, I need
Hawkinson
him to
tear his ACL in December.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and also he's got a rookie quarterback. He's going to have people that build a rapport with that rookie quarterback for 12 weeks. I'd actually argue you do need a tight end right now. And I got this guy named Jake Ferguson that just wants to help you make it to week 10.
That was quite the spin. That was quite the spin.
I'm rewinding this episode and taking fucking notes.
I will only be sending trade offers with vocal recordings from now on.
But that's part of the reason why I took Brock Bowers. I knew he was going to be hurt.
I know. But yeah, I took Michael Mayer last year. I get it. Right? Yeah, I also drafted Hayden Hurst. I also drafted Hayden Hurst 30 picks before Mark Andrews.
But yeah, I had so many shots in the first round. I was going to take him in who I thought the best players were.
That's an important piece of the puzzle. I do think that's important. So you did have ammo. That's important.
Yeah, and I walked out with Brock Bowers, Rome Odunze, and Caleb Williams. I feel like I couldn't have really done a whole lot better. All positions I kind of needed the help in, especially quarterback. I've been looking for an answer at quarterback for literally 9 years. Hopefully this is it.
Already established. I looked at your team and I said, this guy fucks for 5 years. I get it.
I just needed some of the people to be better than they have been. But
that's the whole game.
Well, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I think it's funny. You always send me trade offers for the people that are my little like secrets that I'm waiting for, like Kendre Miller this offseason. You started sending offers. I'm like, no, man, I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking.
It really is. It's like a stock market. You know, you try to buy low with high upside. And we talk about these landmines in the first round. We'll multiply it by 2 in the second round. Multiply it by 4 in the third round. Like these picks, they hold value as these random numbers. But when you start assigning names to them, they really don't mean shit, right?
No, that's why, like, to me, if anything other than a first or second round pick, like, if you want to add that into a trade, go for it. I don't care. It doesn't really mean a lot, but I think to other people it does. So I love adding third round picks to trades because I'm like, I don't really care about that pick.
Correct. And if you're assessing your team and you're like, I really am one of these competitors and you want my second round pick, you're really asking for early third?
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I always have to. You have to assume that your pick is 12 if you're competing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
You guys are on my 2020 thinking train right now, so
yeah.
Glad you guys are caught up.
What if we've been caught up this whole time? We're just finally vocal.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's funny because that trade you just talked about where I tried to offer him a second round next year for Kendre Miller, it's because I heard it on Fantasy Footballers, and he actually texted me. He goes, hey, dude, are you listening to the Fantasy Footballers right now? I said, you fucking got me. You got me.
Because it was literally on that episode they were talking about people to buy low, and I'm like, this is literally exactly what they're at. This is literally what I heard.
Y'all are so right. I got a second next year. Why not?
Yeah, I'm excited now that we're set just for the fucking season to start.
Yeah.
Now I can worry about redraft leagues.
Do you guys have any experience playing in leagues that run 2 games per week? So where you play against the mean?
No, but I have heard about it. It sounds sweet though.
It's
I just looked into it, Tom, and it seems to be kind of moot. Like it doesn't really affect too much.
Yeah,
really.
It's like really? The little people I've heard say how it doesn't really affect a whole lot, but it helps out the people who are getting fucked at the bottom. So it really it rotates around the bottom too, and that's probably it. But
I think its main attribute is it combats luck. Like if you're the second highest scorer of the week and you happen to play the first highest scorer in the week 3 weeks in a row, it combats luck. But I guess that's about it.
You get a win for that week, but you still get a loss as well. So it's
right.
Yeah, you go 1-1 instead of 0-1. That's better.
Yeah.
Right. But it's doing is really giving you a half game up on the bottom 6 of the league. Because it's not a mean score, so it's not taking the top player score and the bottom player score. It's taking the middle score between 6 and 7. And you have to be higher than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's way different.
Yeah, so then okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's way different.
I don't like that. I was assuming it the way you were. That it was just whatever the average was. I'm
I thought it was
sounds great.
And I thought that was a good way to, just combat variance and
like you could.
All right, we're I'm gonna stop recording this. So anybody got anything they want to say?
Nope. Great draft, guys. See everybody next year.
Yeah. Well done, everybody.
Well done.
Yeah, 30-minute draft. Not bad.
I know whoever keeps taking a piss back there.
That's box wine pouring into my glass. I just set my phone down on the counter right next to it. It does not